When and why did you begin playing?
I started playing when I was in 5th grade, and it was a program that they had, so you basically had to like pick an instrument or do like a singing club type of thing. And I just chose violin because it was like the most classic one there was there. They didn't offer a lot of instruments because the school that I went to didn't have that much money to like invest in such a big program or anything. But I started playing violin, and I told my parents about it, and then they were like, oh, you know what, we'll go get you an instrument, and then they didn't, and then I got detention for not having an instrument on like the first class. So my dad got me like a private lesson to like catch up basically with everyone else.
So would you say the violin is like your favorite instrument?
Since I play a lot of instruments now, it's the one that I know the best, and it's the one that I can play classically or can just improv on it. It's the one that I know really well and that I can just really get into it, but I can get really stressed out with it. So like now I found music to be like a medium to express myself and to either relax or jam with friends, and violin is more like of a I'm still kind of studying type of thing, you know? I like violin, yes, but I also really like guitar or ukulele.
So guitar and ukulele, or even the violin, were there any teachers that like influenced you, or was it like self-taught?
I started getting like private lessons, and that was the main source of my knowledge for violin. Ever since the first class, so I remember just feeling so amazed that I learned so much in like half an hour, and I just fell in love with it, and it just came so natural to me that it made it very easy to keep growing in the instrument. And I was doing a lot of advanced things for like the short amount of time that I had been playing. But yeah, it was definitely my violin teacher that helped me grow in that. Like if it wasn't for her, I never would have learned all the things that I did. And for guitar and ukulele and kind of the rest of them, it's all just been by myself. Like once you know like one instrument, you basically know like the language that is music. And it got to the point where it is now. With violin, it was more classical music. On violin, I love just breaking out that Chopin concerto or whatever, or Tchaikovsky. It isn't until like recently that I started playing not classical music. Like I started playing with my band and playing things that my friends were writing, and just I started playing with a worship band at church, and it was like not following sheet music, you know, it was like chord sheets. So with violin, it was mostly like it started out as classical, but as I started branching out from classical to more like indie folk and worship, I kind of realized that I wanted to have fun with the instrument and not make it seem so strict, as I mentioned earlier with violin, that it was like studying something else, you know? It was so strict, and so every note had to be perfect, and you have to read all the ink on that sheet, and it became more loose. So if anything, she kind of like made me realize that there were more ways to play the violin besides just classically.